Now we're going to make the final explosion that would appear in the middle of the shadow of our little character. In order to do so, we're going to start with a new blank layer. I'll go up to Layer, New, Solid. I'm going to make sure it's black. And now I'm going to go to Effect, Simulation, CC Particle System. And I'm going to open up the physics first. And I'm going to make the gravity 0. You can see now that it is taking place in the center of our comp. Now the explosion is going past the edges, and I really don't want that. So I'm going to go to the resistance, and I'm going to back that off so that this little series of lines is contained within the comp itself. Now I'm going to open up particles, and instead of the line I'm going to choose shaded faded spheres. And then I'm going to change the size of these. So under particle you'll see birth size and death size, and you can kind of play with these to come up with variation on what you may want. Now I'm not going to bump up so much that it becomes one blur. I'm going to now collapse that for a moment, and I'm going to go to Effects, Noise and Grain, and I'm going to choose Fractal Noise. Now if I just drag through, I've got kind of that explosion I want, but you'll notice the center of it is very static. So that's a simple remedy. We're going to open up Complexity. Now what we can do under the Complexity is we can set our keyframes so we've got activity in the center. So I'm going to put my playback head at the beginning of the clip. Now I've started to put the clip down where it's going to take place, because the way this works is that you see that little explosion grow from the center out based on where the beginning of the actual clip is. So you can't just clip it there. You actually have to move the beginning to get that effect. I'll put the playback head at the beginning, and then for evolution I'll drop the first keyframe. And I only need a short distance here, so I think I'll set this maybe for 27 seconds, adding 4 seconds. And then I'm going to change the first number for evolution to maybe 10. And now if I click and drag through, I can see that I'm getting that effect that I wanted. Okay, now if it's going out too far, then I need to go back into Fractal, the particle system. In the particle system, I'll take the resistance and make it even more. So I'm going to drag through so I have it at its full scale before I determine what I want to do with the resistance on this. There we go. So if I was to drag through now, I'm pretty much getting what I want here. Now I'm going to add a tint to this. I'd like it to be a little red, a little orange. You'll notice that once you introduce fractal noise, then these colors become a mood issue for the most part. So we'll have to go and add under Effect, Color Correction, Tritone, and this is where you can also get pretty subjective on the colors you'd like this to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop some of these colors in very quickly, and we'll be done. Alright, so I'll put my playback head just before my explosion, and I'll drag through, and I'll introduce it where I'd like it to be, and the timing I want. Now a couple of things you can do here if you wanted to. You could play with your blend modes if you choose, or you can just simply put it behind your character in its layer order. I'm just going to open this up, and I'll hit Shift plus on the keyboard and see if there's anything that I like with the blend modes. Yeah, there's a number of things that could work here. We can see now we've created our explosion.